name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set, ready? 10 Lobo.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the...
There he goes left side, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 76 yards, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Ready, break. Recon, 132 fighter. Watch out, smooth.
On 1st down, Costello. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
To throw again. Costello. Throw left side complete. That's Black.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Ready, ready. 8, read.
52, come on. Watch the backer, watch the backer.
2nd and 11. It's a screen to Richard. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
52.
5.
Operating from the gun, Costello. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept you in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. He'll have a first down past the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll look to throw here. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. And he fires one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
So I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
15 and 51. Hey, Delta. Check right. Watch it down.
They'll set up to throw. That's complete to John Ross. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Auden Tate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did. All the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, well, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. The 40, 30, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster. An 80-yard touchdown as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. This time, the extra point up and good, and that will tie things up at 13. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Check back 50.
Get the ball. Check it backer, check it backer.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's go. Here we go, here we go. Get it.
Here's 2nd and 8. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Noah Spence in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now it's the backup Kaiser. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Nowhere there to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. To try again after the sack. Kaiser got his man. It's Eifert. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. First down, Kaiser. He gets this one to Boyd. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw, Kaiser. He completes it to Boyd. And they'll get this down to the 10. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They'll give it to Mixon. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Kaiser, 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
On the ready.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Hey, Charlie. 52. Go.
Throwing again. Costello throwing the out route incomplete. It's Black. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood. 52. Let's go.
From the gun, Costello. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Black. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Go now. 18 Gator.
Go, baby. Return over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
Bravo.
5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. I got one.
Now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
70. Indy.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill.
61. Matchbox lights.
He's checking.
You're out.
Crash, crash.
5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Off play action. Costello. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Eluding the pressure, and the pressure gets to him again. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Throwing on 3rd and long. Costello. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Here's Matt Bosher now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Again, it's Mixon. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Set, ready, go to base. Got one. Man left, three out, ready.
Kaiser now to throw on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Kaiser. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And some room to roam now. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
It's a pickup of 5. Brings up second down.
Out of bounds at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
On play action, Kaiser. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up fourth down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal. After the penalty, it's Mixon, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. On second and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
16, Steelers 13.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Another try for Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Now Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Don't be scared of it.
On 1st and 10, Costello into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal, and the Pigs get at the 7-yard line.
You see me out here? That's right. We can't be stopped.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They toss to Mixon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Mixon. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory. I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Noah Spence, and this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? And everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Your track.
Throwing on 1st down. Costello, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the 1st half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the 1st target in the 2nd half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on 1st down. Richard. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Flush to his right. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Richard, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Bengals 16. Matt Bosher set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Here's Kaiser. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. They'll look to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Tyler Boyd. Incomplete. It's third down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Kaiser. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. In for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
One more extra point attempt for good measure. It's up and it's good as they tack on one more to what's going to be a very satisfying victory. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Steelers, it's a win that was long overdue as they move to 1-6 now on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.